Huh? What is that?
It's a fake laugh.
Oh. All right, welcome back, boys and girls. As always, I'm Hunter.
And I'm Hunter.
And this is the H&H Awakening podcast, your number one podcast for all things hunting, hiking, fishing, shooting, anything outdoors. We are here to talk about it. Coming back to you with episode number...
I don't even know at this point. Don't even ask me.
Dude, I freaking... it's going to bother me. I think it's 18. If I was... Yep, it's 18.
18?
Yep,
okay.
Number 18. 2 away from the big 2-0.
I had to check Spotify. I had to check Spotify. I really didn't know.
Yeah, I did too. That's what I was like looking on there. But yeah, almost we're 2 away from the big 20. It's pretty cool if you ask me. Dude, we've been doing this since January. The first episode was posted.
First week of January.
Yeah, the first episode was posted January 16th.
Yeah.
And we are now in May, aren't we?
Yeah. Dude, I'm losing track of time at this point. So much is going on in the world, or in my world right now.
Yeah. Well, anyways, as
today was Monday.
Today we're going to be kind of covering camping activities, same thing between what to do in the shitter while you're camping to what to do at the bonfire while you're camping. So, just kind of...
What to do in the shitter? Is that what you said?
Yeah, covering all the bases.
Okay.
But no, I figured this would be a fun way for us to just kind of cover some camping stories, talk about what we used to like to do camping. Or if you haven't been camping that much, Hunter, I can't remember if you said you went camping a whole lot or not. But
I think I've done my fair share of camping, but I'm not an expert.
Okay.
On it. So,
that's a great thing about camping is to each their own. Whatever makes it fun for you. That's what we're going to be kind of talking about today, guys. So, forgive me if I still sound nasally in the mic. Had a freaking blood vessel rupture, so I'm going through it right now. Anyways, so starting out, I want to ask you an important question, Hunter, and this is going to affect not only the way this episode carries on, but how I perceive who you are for the rest of our lives knowing each other.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's the question?
When you go camping, or when you've been camping, do you prefer tent or RV?
Ooh.
And now a camper, I don't consider a camper like an RV. Because, usually
You mean like a bumper pool camper?
No, I'm talking about, bumper pool camper. So, let me rephrase this. What do you prefer? A tent, bumper pool camper, or a drive up RV? The ultimate glamping setup.
Ooh. I think it kind of depends where I am, to be honest with you. I prefer a tent and a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
But in some cases, an actual camper would have been nice to have.
So, I have nothing against a bumper pool camper or a tent. The RV thing to me is just like, cause
What's the point?
Well, yeah, because most of your RVs are gonna be, pretty decked out. They're gonna have a full kitchen, which campers have. Our camper has a kitchen and bed or whatever and all that. It's got the basic amenities, but something about camping in an RV versus a bumper pool or a tent. I don't know. It's a different experience because we used to have an RV that we stayed in whenever at our deer lease in, or was it Brownwood, and it basically felt like a second home. You know, like it's just with everything it had, because it's got like its own bedroom in the back of it. You know,
Yeah.
enclosed shower separate from the toilet, all that. It
Yeah.
basically felt like
Well,
a mobile home.
so the only thing that I would say that like a camper, like an RV would have an advantage on like a tent
Yeah.
is like, if you're what's it called? If you're in a place where you have all the proper hookups and everything, it's I think it's better to sleep in one. It's not for like the air conditioning or any of that stuff. It's because it's level ground.
Oh yeah, no. There's
Because
times that I
I sleep on
prefer
a tent
camper over
on
tent.
like oh yeah, and then but like on some spots where you go camping and stuff, it may not be perfectly flat ground, which I had experience with, and I kept rolling to one side of my tent. That was I would wake up like face, mashed into the tent. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But I think tent you get a better experience because you can go more places with if you go like tent camping
Yeah.
versus like you know obviously you can get a tent. I know a lot of families like they'll get like a bumper pool or something, and then they'll get a tent for their kids to sleep in
Mm-hmm.
outside, and the parents sleep in the camper. But
Which most campers have enough beds for the kids to sleep in as well, but they typically
yeah,
get a tent for the kids so they can.
to actually experience the camping.
Oh, well, I was gonna say it's,
We'll
if the campers are
we'll
rocking,
go with
don't come a knocking.
that as a family friendly. Family friendly.
Huh?
We're gonna go with that as family friendly.
When has this podcast ever been family friendly?
I don't know. I feel like we're relatively family friendly.
Yeah.
We're not the worst.
We're PG-13 friendly. We allow one cuss
Yeah,
word per episode or one F
but
bomb.
but it kind of depends. I think it would depend on the trip. Like if you're just going to like a campground in like Central Texas, like near Glen Rose or something. I think a camper would be a lot more comfortable. Number one,
So
'cause it gets hot and humid in the summer,
if
and I
you're
can't sleep. I can't sleep in the heat. Oh, that's just me though.
so this is how I see it. If you're someone who goes camping, a couple times a year or whatever, but you only go camping at your, for instance, we got Lake Waco near us. If you're only going camping at a a state park that is, max 30 minutes away from you, and that's really the only place you go camping a couple times a year, I don't see the need to buy an RV. A camper, maybe, especially if you got kids and all that. Now, if you're going to be traveling across the state a lot, or you're taking big road trips across the country, that's when I definitely see the point of buying a full on what do you call it,
RV
RV. Yeah,
motorhome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized something. Hold on.
What?
For those of you watching on YouTube, I haven't been recording the screen this whole time, so y'all just been staring at a black screen.
Oh my god.
Anyways, there we go. What was I going back to? Oh,
RV.
so RV I think is very useful if you're traveling a lot across the state, across the country, or whatever. That's when I see RV being justifiable, amazing. And I'm not a financial advisor by any means, so if you want to buy a fucking RV, buy an RV. But this is just my opinion.
But also, they're extremely expensive though too,
Yeah, yeah,
especially nowadays. Dude, they're like brand new ones are starting at like 150, $175,000.
yeah.
So
No, for sure. And not everybody wants to buy or own a truck that can pull a pull behind camper. I mean, you don't have to have a truck to pull a camper, but in general, not everybody has a vehicle that can pull a camper. So then I could see the route of going to RV with that too.
yeah,
Me personally, though, you know, I'm a redneck, I guess you'd say, from Texas. So of course I got a truck to pull a camper. Um, I would probably own a camper. I mean, I go camping not as much as I used to growing up, but growing up we'd travel across the U.S., which we'd mainly stay in hotels for that. But we'd camp enough that we'd have a camper, go out there, bring the one truck would be pulling the camper, the other truck would be pulling the boat, that sort of thing. But in order for us to be justifying buying like an RV, we would have to be traveling. I feel like, in my opinion, if I was going to buy an RV, I'd have to be traveling a lot, kind of like what you do, Hunter. Which
yeah.
which I don't know how easy it'd be to pull into like where you're allowed to stay with an RV. But like if I had your
It
job though, I would probably have an RV.
well, the thing about that though is that number one, so the company I work for, they'll pay for your camper to be hauled to the job site, and then after the job ends, they'll tow it wherever you want, so into storage or whatever. Um, but an RV, I don't think you can tow as easily as like just like a bumper pull or a fifth wheel or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I I just know a lot of the people that I work with don't don't recommend getting a motorhome or an RV.
Oh, for your job?
Yeah, I don't know the reasoning why. That's just kind of the way that it is right now. So, oh, they're also really really expensive. I think
Yeah.
that may be one of the causes of it. So, and they're also not very financially friendly either
Yeah, they break
to run
down.
them.
A lot of maintenance.
A lot of maintenance. You know, diesel's not cheap. You sound like you're dying back there.
Oh, dude, that one hurt. So I can't sneeze through my nose. So when I sneeze, I have to sneeze with my mouth as wide open as I can.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god, that fucking woo! It feels like so my nose right now, because I told you it has quick tangent by the way, but I told you that they did the cauterize it or they cauterized it, and then now I have an infection from the cauterization.
Yeah.
Anyways, my nose feels like when your nose is really raw from blowing it.
Yeah.
Imagine that, and then take about 2 or 3 hot Cheetos and shove them up in your nostril while experiencing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So,
That's bad.
anyways, going back to the camper pool thing, I think we understand where we stand on that. The tent thing, as we talked before, I love tent camping as far as the like nostalgia of it. Do I prefer bumper pool camper? Most of the time, yes, because it is a lot more comfortable, just a lot easier as far as you got a shower and everything. You don't have to worry about like a portable shower or staying at a place that has a shower or whatever. But if I'm in the mood for it, which most of the time when I go camping I am, I do like sleeping in a tent because one, the whole point of camping is like to be out in nature and enjoying nature. Yes, you do wake up, at least here in Texas with our weather, you do wake up freaking humid, ball sweat out the ass, just
Disgusting.
disgusting.
You just wake up gross. Well, it depends on the time of year too.
Yeah,
Like,
no, for sure.
and there's really not a summer in this state.
We
Or sorry,
we
there's not
don't have
winter.
a season in this state.
Yeah,
We just
it's
got
only
hot,
summer.
Yeah.
hot and warm.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, we'll have a freak weather storm that shuts down the entire state, but that's usually only one out of the 52 weeks. So,
And no matter how many times we have it happen to us, we're never prepared for it either. I
so
think we didn't even really have a winter this past season. You know,
yeah,
freaking, it was cold for about a day, and then it got hot. I remember, dude, I was sitting there because I remember growing up during deer season. You know, it'd be cold in the mornings when we got up to hunt, be freezing our butts off, whatever. But here lately, and this is where the I don't know what the word is. The climate people who like screaming global warming all the time.
yeah,
Anyways, growing up, I remember we would always have a definitive winter where, I mean, it wasn't like snowing and shit, but it was cold enough to wear a jacket. Here lately, the last few years, it feels like we haven't had that. We've had either cold snow or hot ass winter. Because this past year,
yeah,
this past year, when we were hunting in November, December time, I was in the deer stand sweating my balls off, dude. I freaking hated it. Like, I still enjoyed myself. Had a great year this year with killing animals, but it was just like, I don't know. It was part of the deer season experiences. You're bundled up. You're freaking about to just pass out from the cold. And then this year, I'm like having to shred layers because it was only cold for about 30 minutes in the morning.
yeah.
But yeah, no.
Shoot, dude, I don't remember the last time in our area of Texas at least having a cold Christmas. Like
Dude.
I remember growing up and we'd get like a fire in the fire pit like Christmas morning. I don't like my dad's like it's not even worth it nowadays to do that
Yeah,
because
dude.
like it's just so hot.
We have pictures of when I was little of like building snowman and shit when it was cold on Christmas or whatever. It happened a few times, not every time.
Yeah,
But still, we'd be bundled up and everything, dude. You wake up Christmas morning, you're in your comfy, thick pajamas or whatever. Now you wake up and you're in your boxers with a wife beater on because you're burning your ass off. You're begging Santa for a
yeah,
new AC.
or just a cold winter.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the seasons have like gotten really weird where it's like winter kind of feels like it got pushed back like a month because like January gets pretty cold right now. Like not like freezing, but like and during the day for a couple weeks it's like 45.
Yeah.
I
I
I
mean,
know
last
in
month we had a few times that was pretty cold.
yeah, and in Colorado right now, dude, it's been 45 for 3 days. They had snow in the mountains like 4 days ago.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of weird weather events happening across the country. So
I know some people that have lived in Texas all their life. You probably know who one of them is that I've talked to you about before. But they're actually wanting to move out of Texas just because they want 4 seasons, like a definitive 4 seasons.
I think I know who you're talking about. We'll discuss after this.
Yeah. But, like, I get it.
I honestly I honestly don't mind having just one season. You wanna
Yeah.
know why?
Hmm.
Because it makes buying clothes easy.
Makes buying clothes easy. You don't have to worry about different types of tires that you're running. Which,
Yeah.
you can get all terrains tires and everything. That's what I mainly run anyways. But, you don't have to worry about getting the snow tires or keeping snow chains on once a year or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
I wish I lived somewhere where it snowed, the same time every year. We got a good heavy snow. Then at the same time, I see videos of people like freaking shoveling their driveways just to get to work in the morning, and I'm like, Don't know if I want it that bad.
Hell no.
Dude, I wake up in the
Well,
morning.
dude,
If I woke up in the morning and there was big old pile of snow, that's when you're gonna hear that old 5.3 V8 kick in that 4-wheel drive. And I either make it out of the driveway and I go to work, or I don't. I get out and go back to bed and I say, hey, I'm not coming in.
yeah, dude, it's a very weird kind of time right now. But it does seem like we're getting. Wait, was it this year that Christmas was kind of chilly?
Yeah, it was chillier.
Yeah, like it was probably about 50s or so.
Yeah.
It wasn't 80 on Christmas like it has been in past couple years.
I don't know.
But then so
Maybe it
this
feels
is
like
kind
we
of
are having global warming.
well. See, the thing is though, is like yes, I think climate change is a real thing, but you know in like the northern states and stuff, they've had record snowfall this year, like all time most snow of any year or any winter or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't know that previous job I was in, it's in like Minnesota, South Dakota area. They were pushing snow off the interstate with bulldozers. That's how much snow they had. And then they would come back 2 days later to do the same thing because it was just so much snow.
Damn.
I luckily was not there. We kind of caught the very beginning of it before we left, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back here. Screw that.
Oh, shoot.
What? What happened? Are you gonna answer me?
Oh, shoot.
What?
Hold on, Hunter. Talk about something. Uh, Whenever I passed out earlier,
Yeah.
that job I was telling you about called me. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Talk about something. I'll be right back. Give me 2
Okay.
seconds.
Okay. All right. So back on the topic of camping, though. All right. So some camping activities that I at least enjoy doing. It really depends where I am. I've gone camping Colorado, um, South Dakota, Texas. That's really about it. But it really depends where I am. Like in Texas, most of the places I camp, they're usually around like state parks or lakes. You can just pull up, throw your tent out, pull out your sleeping bag, start a fire. Go fish for a little bit. Not a whole lot of hiking around because like there's a lot of people. But in Colorado, though, the beauty of Colorado is that you can drive an hour into the Rocky Mountains, not see anybody for 4 days. So you can you pack a bag, pack up your truck, whatever, go out to a camp spot, and just hike around, stay out there for a couple days. So that's the stuff that I kind of enjoy doing. But uh, in Texas in the summer, if you're gonna go camping, a camper is almost necessary, in my opinion, because you get the hotter temperatures. It's very humid all the time. So, you know, hiking around all day or fishing all day, having a nice shower really does help. But in the summer in Colorado, in the higher altitudes, it's not as hot and not near as humid, depending on kind of where you are at least. But um, South Dakota, it's all part of the Rockies and stuff. Just that area in general. But I've done the sleeping in a truck because I was just camp or not. I wouldn't call that camping. You're kind of just pulling up to a spot, realizing, oh, this is a cool spot. I'll sleep here tonight. You walk around, hike around for a little bit. Go take your Instagram pictures, and then go back to your truck and just pass out and leave early in the morning. Um, I really just enjoyed just about anything in the outdoors involving like camping, kind of just getting out there. I don't do it near as often as I would like to, but that's just for time constraints, to be completely honest about that. But not really sure what else to talk about because my guest is gone, but it's okay.
All right, sorry for the interruption, guys. I had a phone call to attend to, but anyways, going back to what we were talking about. What were you talking about? Hiking in a park?
No, like just different things to do while camping. And I said it's really dependent because and like in Texas at least, I don't think there's a lot of good like hiking and stuff. Like obviously like there's trails,
Yeah.
but I feel like the fishing is kind of the staple of Texas camping at least.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my opinion.
Yeah. I feel like Texas is. There's some nice hiking places, like in certain cities they have their hiking trails and everything. But I do feel like for the most part, Texas is known for the camping, like you said, and overlanding. Overlanding in Texas seems to be a really huge sweet spot. So you have like the Fredericksburg Trail I was telling you about I want to go on, and then a few other trails like Big Bend. Is Big Bend in Texas? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm having a brain
but
fart right now.
that's like West Texas. That's like almost El Paso.
Yeah, but like if you go on like the overland forums or on YouTube, Texas is huge for overlanding or camping. I mean, yeah, you can hike in a lot of areas in Texas, but it's not like mountainous hiking like you would do in Colorado or uh, any of the northern
Like
states.
I feel like Texas is like a good like middle ground. Like, it has like a little bit of everything,
Yeah,
but it doesn't excel at one specific task.
yeah,
Like obviously like I think like throughout the Rockies, I think overlanding is a little bit. I'm not gonna say better because I've
uncover
never
your
done it.
mic.
I won't cover my mic. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
All right. So I think for example like Colorado they have a lot more trails and stuff for like overlanding. So and it's a little bit different. You're in the mountains. You're actually kind of climbing a little bit more. So,
yeah,
but Texas has like the good like long trails through a bunch of trees. You're usually going through some sort of water. So
mm-hmm. Yeah. I Fredericksburg by far so far has been my favorite place to go as far as I haven't got to camp out there. Me and Bree stayed in one of those Airbnb cabins out there, by that trying to remember there's a pretty well known hiking area out there in Fredericksburg. You can kinda
the yeah, it's like the Enchanted Rock or
Yeah,
whatever it's
yeah,
called.
yeah. Enchanted Rock. So like the place we stayed at you could see Enchanted Rock from it. We didn't get to go because I had COVID at the time, and it was my birthday, which was terrible timing. But we just stayed in the cabin the whole time because it was too late to cancel the cabin. We were like, all right, whatever, what's better way to spend COVID than locked up in a cabin away from everybody, just enjoying, nature. So I actually spent my birthday with COVID in a secluded cabin playing Last of Us 2.
Oh my god.
Which was still pretty freaking nice. Because I was like, I
Yeah,
can't freaking.
you're kind of away from everything too.
Yeah, well, I was like, I can't do nothing really. I can't go hiking or because when it hit me or whatever, I was just totally out of it. So I was like, dude, that was when I saw the PlayStation time. I was like, Last of Us 2 in a secluded cabin, it kind of intensified the game, I guess, because the whole point of the
Yeah.
game is like you're on your own out in this crazy world. So it was fun. But no, I definitely want to go out there and camp or do the overland thing. That trail, they have that really long trail out there.
Yeah.
Once we get the overlanding thing rolling and everything, that's gonna be one of my first go-to spots I really want to hit.
Yeah. I think you know camping just as like a good like pastime too. I just like the camping food, you know.
Yeah, you talking about like, well, are you talking about camping food as in the fresh like fire cooked food, or
Yeah,
are you talking
like
about like marshmallows?
oh, I'm not a huge fan of like s'mores and stuff. I don't know. That's kind of a shock to a lot of people that I don't really like that kind of stuff. But
Hey, I'm
like
not a
the
fan of s'mores either.
like I just don't like. It's weird. I don't like chocolate by itself like that. Like that. I don't know. It's weird. But um, like the fresh fire camping. You know, you get your cast iron skillet, you just throw it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you have some good gloves.
Most of the time when we camp, it's either two things that we're eating. If we're camping near the house, like or we're camping somewhere where we can fish, we're usually eating crappie or chicken fried deer steak, which, so good.
Yep.
We'll cut it up into little
And,
like chunks.
yep. And then I don't know if you have much. I know you kind of talked about it earlier, but like like deer camp too.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, dude, the place I'd go hunt during college and stuff. There was just a God, what's it called? A griddle
Mm-hmm.
out there, an old ass griddle. Like you had to ignite it under the plate.
Yeah, and
You
let it
had
get
to
hot.
get yeah no like you had to stick the lighter under the plate because the igniter on the
Yeah, it was shit.
griddle was broken. Yeah, it went
Yeah.
bad. So
The one of the
there's a
campers we
lot
used to
to get.
stay in, that's how you had to heat up the water to shower. You'd have to turn on the pilot light, go outside, open this little flap, and stick a lighter in there and ignite it. And then you'd let it warm up for about 30 minutes. And that's how you'd get hot water to shower in. But the
Yeah.
hot water would only last about 2 minutes in the shower. So that was that was whenever Coach Pierce's training in middle school really came in handy.
Oh, quick in and out showers.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, because you were in Coach
Surprised you.
Pierce's.
Yeah, I'm surprised you name dropped him.
I mean, not like anyone really gonna look him up, but I remember, dude. I remember that kind of takes me back now, dude. I remember he'd be like, "Ain't no reason you take a long shower. If you're talking in the shower, you're having too much fun. You ain't supposed to have fun in the shower." Or he just had those like little sayings he'd say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, damn good times. But yeah, no, yeah, dude. When we used to camp or when we go hunting and we'd stay at deer camp, it most of the time what we survived on was those little microwavable breakfast bowls
Yeah.
and frozen patties. We just buy some frozen patties, throw them on the little propane grill that we would bring with us,
Yeah.
and then if we didn't have a microwave, then we would just use those frozen breakfast patties that you throw on the grill.
Yeah. We did
Damn, I can
we
taste them right
packed
now.
we packed like 3 coolers and stuff. Like we'd always stop at the gas or not gas station, like the small little grocery store in town, like that's like right there, and we would always get a pound of spicy sausage. We'd always get a dozen eggs, and then we'd always try and do like one like decent meal. Like so we usually get some sort of steak,
Mm-hmm.
and then we do like baked beans.
Baked beans.
So,
Bro,
I know. I was thinking the same meme. I was like, he's gonna say it.
uncover your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Dude,
Better.
so here's the thing I want to get into, and this has to do with like camping food, I guess. So, first of all, let's start with beans. I'm not a bean person at all. There's not one form of beans that I like. I don't like baked beans, charro beans, refried beans, any of that. Lima beans. Don't like any kind of beans. Which then transitions into the biggest debate of all time, I feel like. So, you're camping, you're making up some chili. You get your canned chili or whatever, however you want to make it.
You never put beans in it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
hate beans and chili. And most people say Texas chili doesn't have beans in it.
But
Correct?
then a lot of people say it does, and I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Dude, it's just like, I don't know. I don't think beans belong in chili. There's some people that like it, some people that don't. But, you know, that's another good
My dad,
camping thing too, is it's real easy to make. It serves enough people, and it's, oh gosh. You can reheat it or whatever, but gosh, dude, beans and chili just is not my thing.
it, it kills it for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like sometimes at work, somebody will bring like, some chili that they made for the night, like the night before, for the whole, the whole office and project that we're working for,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll always put beans in it, and they're like, "Oh, you're from Texas, you should like chili with beans." I'm like, "That's not how Texas chili's made, bud.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't care what that fucking can of Wolf Brand chili says. There's no beans in chili."
Oh, you talking about that Wolf Brand chili? It says Texas chili on the can, but it's got beans in it.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
but obviously it's not what they bring, because that's just kind of gross.
Mm-hmm.
But like they make fresh chili. They actually do everything fresh, like fresh ground beef and all that stuff. But uh,
So what I think too with chili is that gosh darn it, I just totally blinked out. Oh, what I do with my chili, and it's kind of elementary, but if I'm somewhere eating chili, you know, like someone made chili or whatever for a dinner or whatever at
yeah,
in-laws, I'm not going to be the guy that's like, oh, I'm not going to eat, this is nasty, but I will be the little elementary kid that I will pick through my chili and take every single bean out before I eat it.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
I'll have a stack of beans on the corner of my plate, dude, before I eat that chili. It's just, I don't know, dude. If I'm like sitting there, I'm like just munching down on some chili, and then all of a sudden I get like some beans in it. It throws me off.
Yeah,
Same thing, which chili is a ingredient to this next dish I'm about to talk about that I think is also a really good camping food. It's real easy, simple. Everyone loves it. Frito pie.
oh yeah.
No beans in the Frito pie, dude. It's I don't know. It's just something about the texture and the taste of beans that throws me off.
I think I think it's mostly a texture thing for me, because the beans absorb all the flavor.
Yeah,
That's it. But I think it's because it's like, you're eating the meat, and if it's cooked right, it's kind of firm.
yeah. It's got like a not a
And
chewy,
then
but like a
yeah, it's like a hamburger kind of consistency if you chopped it up.
yeah,
Obviously, it's ground beef, and duh. But like
yeah. You're
beans are
enjoying it, and then you get that mushy bean in your mouth.
ugh.
I know there's probably one of our five
It's off on a
listeners,
tangent.
one of our five listeners on this episode that's listening, and they're like, "No, you need beans and chili." But dude,
No, you don't.
no, you don't. Oh,
You psychopath. My dad, he only cooks chili with his beans, and I'm like, just take a little bit out for me and shove it off to the side. Like, that's all you need to do before you put them beans in it.
my mom makes chili with beans in it most of the time, and I'm always like, dude, I'll sit there with the strainer while I'm like making a plate or whatever, and I'll scoop it up.
Throw them out.
Yeah, dude. By the time I get my serving, it'll just be like a bowl full of beans left over for everyone else. Beans and chili
Yeah.
juice, and then I've got all the chili and ground beef in it.
So, on my chili recipe, it's not really a secret thing. Like, it's kind of, more and more people are starting to do it, because like they're realizing this. But I like a real hearty chili,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of different, I'd rather have more beef or like protein in it than more like a soup because I don't really like soup.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of a real soupy chili either.
But what I do is I do like a half pound of bacon. Like you get the bacon, you chop it kind of thin, and you cook it in the pan before you sear off the beef.
Mm.
And then I'll do like a half pound of spicy Jimmy Dean sausage, and then I do the ground beef.
You put sausage in your chili?
Yeah,
It almost sounds like you're making jambalaya.
no, it's not. It's not jambalaya. No, no, like the breakfast sausage,
Mm.
and you chop it up where it's like the same consistency as ground beef. It's just pork.
Yeah. Mm.
You, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I God damn, you making me hungry now.
Dude, I haven't made a good chili in a while, but I try to do those like fresh, ingredients. Like I'll do like fresh jalapenos and fresh onions and that shit, and I let it simmer for like an hour and a half before I even try to take a bite.
I'm not a huge fan of chili in general anyways. I'm making this whole big ordeal about it. It's not something I ever see myself just making for dinner.
Yeah,
If ugh, if someone's making chili or whatever, or I go to a dinner and there is chili, I'll eat it. But I don't think I'll ever be at the point where I'll just go out of my way to make chili, unless it's for Frito pie.
yeah,
I don't know. Like, it's good, but at the same time, chili by itself to me is just not fulfilling, and I don't like to just sit there and just eat, like a bowl of just chili. Now,
no, I always add like crackers, like saltine
yeah,
crackers or
that's what I was about
tortilla
to
chips
say.
to it.
My mom will make deer chili sometimes, and I'll add
Yeah,
shredded mixed shredded cheese with God dang, salting. So this is gonna sound really like high cholesterol or whatever the word is I'm thinking of. Well, I mean, yeah, high cholesterol is, but so what I like to do if I'm in a chili mood is I'll take the deer chili, take some shredded mixed cheese or Mexican cheese or whatever they call it, Mexican style cheese,
yeah,
put it on top, put a few saltine. Actually, no, I like Ritz crackers, the little circles.
yeah,
Put Ritz crackers on top, crumble up a few of them, heat it up to where the cheese melts, and I mix it in there good. And then, this is going to sound really weird, but then I like to take either Holy Smoked summer sausage or those little like meat sticks you get from the grocery store. Not the Slim
yeah,
Jims, but like like there's those like Texas made meat sticks they sell at HEB, like just like the
yeah,
different brands. Take some of those,
yeah,
and as I'm eating the chili, I'll just kind of like have one of those in my hand, and I'll take a bite out of it with the mix of the chili and everything in my mouth. Or
yeah,
I'll take a slice of summer sausage and scoop some chili up out of the bowl and eat it. I don't know why, which my arteries are probably clogging right now thinking about it, but that is just, oh my gosh, that I do like. If I have that whole feast going on right there.
yeah. Ooh, another staple for camping though, hot dogs.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like
You
probably
can't
one. You can't go wrong with.
can't go.
Yeah, they're easy, dude. That's probably the easiest thing to make while camping. Get you some weenies. You know, it's something you can cook whether you have a microwave stove or a fire. If you have a tent and you just make a little fire, whatever. You can make it hot dogs just about with anything.
Yeah,
And then,
you grab a stick off a tree.
yeah, and then all you need is a bun. If you don't have a bun, you can just eat the wiener by itself. Or you can,
Yep.
or you can, I try not to laugh. I was trying to be, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? I was trying to be, God dang it. I'm blinking out on my words today. Anyways, I was trying to be mature about it. That's what I was thinking. But no, or you just need a hot dog. Oh, so another thing. This is turning into a food podcast. I mean, we are talking about food and stuff that you can do while camping.
Well, it's camping activities, so it's
Yeah.
like
So you hot dogs. Here's another question, which I feel like this is going to be a more north answer, so you may agree with me on this. Do you put relish on your hot dog?
not not normally. If, if it's there, then I might try it, but I don't put it on all my hot dogs.
That's like beans and chili to me. I just don't not a fan of
So
relish to begin with. Pickled relish
it
is
can't.
all right.
What? What? Which kind?
The pickled relish, it's like like a it it's kind
It
of
can't
like
be sweet. It can't be sweet relish. It has to be like dill relish, like dill pickles.
well, so they have what they call like a pickled relish, which
Well, relish is usually just chopped up pickles.
I know that, but it's like a pickled relish they call it, if I'm thinking right. Uh, but it's like a sweet, but then it's also got that real like soury, bitter pickle taste at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm googling it to see if what I'm thinking, if that's what it's called. It may not be called that. Maybe that's not what it's called, because I mean, yeah,
Like
that's not
there's tons of different kinds of things. Oh, do you put mustard or ketchup on your hot dog?
ketchup. I'm not a mustard person. I hate
Wrong.
mustard.
That's disgusting.
You don't put ketchup on your hot dog?
No, mustard all the way, dog.
Disgusting. I hate mustard though. I hate mustard. I hate mayo. I hate relish. I despise mayo. Like if I get a burger from somewhere, I got one yesterday actually from Sonic, and
Yeah.
they freaking put mayo on there. I I will spend 10 minutes with a napkin wiping off every small minute trace of mayo before I eat that burger.
Oh my god. I don't mind mayo, but oh, it's like in Germany. You know, they dip their French fries in mayo.
Yeah, see, I've heard of that too. I remember taking that in
But
German class. I'm talking about that. Not,
I think it's a little bit different though. I don't think it's like U.S. mayo. I think it's a completely different.
yeah, if I remember correctly, I mean, it's been a few years since I took German. It's not like a Miracle Whip mayo, but it is a different mayo than what we normally.
It's like ketchup consistency, but it's mayo instead of ketchup.
Yeah, I just. Ugh, ugh. I don't know what it is about mayo. It's just not. It's not the color that gets me. It's just. I think it's the taste. And then it's a little bit of the consistency.
Yeah,
Too, because it's almost like. Most mayo is almost like a. Like a whipped cream consistency, I'd say.
yeah. Depends what kind you get.
Yeah. I don't know. I if I'm super hungry and I just haven't eaten all day and I don't care, and there's some mayo on my burger, I'll try to overlook it. I'll just drown it in ketchup a little bit before I eat it. But most
Yeah.
of the time I can't. But no, I'm a simple person. When I'm eating a hot dog, all I want is a bun, hot dog, and ketchup. I don't even.
See, I'm like for me, it's just mustard instead of ketchup. I don't like a whole lot of shit on it.
Do you like ketchup?
Yeah, I like ketchup.
Oh, okay. Well, like Bree doesn't like ketchup. She'll throw up if she tastes it.
Really?
Yeah, like she'll start gagging. But that was because she had spaghetti when she was real young or whatever, and
Oh.
she threw up because she got real sick. And ever since
Yeah.
then, she can't eat spaghetti or any like tomato paste type stuff.
It's kind of like that thing where like if you get really drunk off of a certain kind of alcohol and you can't really touch that alcohol anymore.
Yeah. Well, like me with wintergreen flavored snuff, I cannot anything wintergreen. One, it makes me have to shit real bad, but two, the first time I ever tried snuff was wintergreen Copenhagen. No, it was Grizzly wintergreen, and
Yeah.
I puked my guts up. So now, anytime I smell or taste wintergreen snuff, oh, nah, dude, that's how I am with that stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta have, you know, mint like spearmint or cool mint or straight.
Yeah.
But yeah. So getting off the topic of food, going into other camping activities that we kind of haven't talked about. So activities for you or your kids, I guess. So we talked about hiking and all that. If you're staying at a park, number one thing I recommend that was always fun growing up is bring a bike if you have one or a skateboard. You know, some parks it's a little harder to skateboard, but just some form of travel. Usually a bike works the best. But
Yeah.
right at sunset, you take your bike, and they usually have some bike trails in the parks. And you, I don't know. To me, I love right at sunset. You go on a bike ride, and you see the sun set like gleaming off the lake and everything. It's real pretty, but it's also just a really nice experience.
Yeah.
That's something I enjoy. And then, you know, when I was a kid, I used to enjoy going for bike rides, and then you run into the other kids or whatever, and you hang out with them. And then, you know, you can always do, huh?
Is that then you never see him again?
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Like sometimes you'd see them the next year, and you'd be like, "Hey, remember me?" or whatever, and they'd either be like, "No," or "Yeah," or whatever. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It was a cool experience. You hang out with these kids and then never see them again,
Yeah.
type thing. And then there's also the one of the oldest pastimes of camping is, you know, telling stories by the fires.
Yeah.
As you get older, it turns into from telling scary stories to telling drunk stories.
stories.
Yeah, because you're drinking by the fire at the campsite. Dude,
Man.
that was so I got to experience last year my first time ever getting drunk and passing out at the campsite, and
Yeah.
it was different experience.
Sometimes it's kind of scary.
Oh yeah,
'Cause you're
for
like,
sure.
what happened?
Yeah, you wake up like a few hours later because you know, like it's weird. You know, if you fall asleep in your bed, you'll stay asleep all night. But if you pass out somewhere other than your bed or somewhere you're not supposed to, you know, you pass out in a chair or whatever, you always wake up a couple hours into the sleep, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? Where am I at?
Yeah.
Dude, so
Yeah.
let me ask you this. I don't know if you experienced this or not, but you know, growing up, we didn't have a camper, so it was always like tent camping or whatever. So then we would shower at the. So you know, like a lot of RV parks or tent or camp parks or whatever, like state parks, they have the public showers you can go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You go in there
I
and
know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, you go in there and there's like the shower side and then there's the bathroom side.
Yeah.
Shoes or no shoes?
Shoes.
Really? You do shoes?
Well, like flip flops.
Yeah. I raw dog
You
it.
don't know. Like you don't know how often they clean that shit.
Well, it depends. It depends. So if I walk in there and it's a fairly clean one, I'll wear my shoes over to the shower, and then while I'm showering, I'll take the shoes off.
Yeah.
But you know, there have been times. Most of the time, I'll wear Crocs or whatever. I mean, the majority of the time, I am wearing Crocs while I'm showering, and you know, I do that thing that I feel like every man with an inner juvenile child does. You sit in there showering, you let the Crocs fill up with water, and then you lift up and watch it run out all the holes in the Crocs.
Yeah.
You do that? Have you ever done that?
I've done that. Yeah. It's been a super long time since I've done that, but I've done that.
So this gets me on the next topic of like shower and stuff or whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you know, like you'll see those videos. It's like things every man does in the shower or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
without going too R-rated. Do you do the belly cup of water?
No,
You know what I'm
but
talking
I
about?
do the
Where you let the water
yeah.
run down your belly and you like stop it with your hand and then you drop it and hear how
Oh,
you try to
yeah,
see how
yeah,
loud you can make the water like clap the bottom of the
yeah,
shower.
yeah. That, have you ever done the thing where like you get the water going just right down your arm and then it flies off your pinky or
Dude,
off your
and you
finger?
act like you fucking got water powers.
Yeah.
Dude, I still do that to this day. I did that earlier when I took a shower. Well, I didn't act like I had water powers, but I'd gotten some like soap on the shower wall, and instead of wiping it off, I did the water thing you're talking about, where you try to. Dude, yes. And then the thing that I think everybody experiences is, I mean, I don't do it, but growing up, you know, you'd be washing your hair and the water start rushing over your face, and you would, I don't care if you had soap in your hair, soap in your face, bro. There was no way you're keeping your eyes closed more than 2 seconds because you're afraid a demon was going to come up behind you.
When I was younger, yes, not as much anymore
Well,
though.
yeah, no, I'm not
Nah.
talking about now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
just like, you know, younger. You know, like you'd be sitting there like washing your hair and then you start getting that panic thoughts in your head, like, because you know you've seen a few scary movies where someone's in the shower and like someone walks up behind them and kills them or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know exactly
thanks
what
for
you're talking
leaving that
about.
long awkward pause. Like I'm the only one that experiences that.
What do you mean? No,
You there?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, my fucking headset did that thing again.
Hello.
Yeah, you hear me?
What? Yeah, can you hear me?
My headset did that thing again where it cut off.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
I responded immediately, and I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh well, on my end, I like said I explained what I was talking about, and then there was like a few second pause of like awkwardness.
Well, I kept agreeing, and then you kept going, and then I waited a second until you stopped, and then I agreed one last time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other like weird stuff that people do in the shower, like something just simple everybody does. You know what I don't get
What?
that girls do? I don't know if you ever had this problem with Dylan, but because y'all shared a bathroom growing up, didn't y'all?
No, not really.
I thought that bathroom upstairs was yours and Dylan's.
No, she has her own.
In her bedroom?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh, well, anyways, maybe you experience this with Megan now since you live with her. Do you ever have a problem with like girls sticking their hair on the wall?
Oh, fuck yes.
Is
A
that not
100%.
nasty and weird?
Well, so Megan was explaining it to me. She was like, "Would you rather be on the wall and I clean it up later, or would you rather it go down the drain and you clean the drain?" And I was like, "That's a fair point."
Oh yeah, I know. I used to always have to clean Brooke's hair out of the drain, but I don't know, dude. But thing
Dude,
is though, they don't clean it up later. Well, they do clean it up later, but it's like a day later
it's like
or like a couple
it's
hours
like
later.
it's like after you notice it and you're like, "Hey, there's a lot of hair on the wall." And they wait like another week and then they clean it.
Yeah, I don't understand it though, dude. Like, uh, I don't know. It's so weird to
No,
me.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, growing up,
It's
dude, when I was like real little and Brooke was real little, you know, I'd see hair on the like shower wall. It used to freak me out because that was right when Grudge came out, and I was sitting there thinking because I was too little to like understand where it was coming from,
yeah.
and I was like, it used to freak me out when I was little because then that was when I really got intensified on the, you know, not closing my eyes in the shower, dude. I remember countless times I would let the soap run through my eyes before I closed them because I was like, Dude, there's hair on the wall. The grudge is freaking real, and she's in my house. Like, I would freak out because all that hair on the shower wall. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, dude.
Ugh.
No, I think the cup of water thing though, where you like cup your hands on your belly and then you let it drop, or just cup your hands together in general,
Yeah.
is probably. And then also the one
Ooh.
you're saying.
Oh, here's a weird one. All right, so you're washing your face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you cup the water in your hands and then splash it on your face, or do you just put your face under the nozzle and just let it go to town?
Yeah, face under the nozzle. I'm in a shower.
No, no, I know that, but uh, Megan, she cups it in her hand and then splashes it in her face.
What?
Yeah,
I've never heard of anyone doing that.
yeah. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She was like, "Washing my face."
Yeah,
I know.
you
I'm
got
just
an
like,
endless supply shooting up above you.
yeah. And then like, I'll be in there and I'll be like, you get the face wash and you go to town and you're scrubbing your face so violently and you're like, all right, my face kind of hurts now. And then you just stick your head under the water and you turn it down a little bit so it's a little bit colder
Yeah.
and you just sit there for me like this is nice.
So here's another thing too, that I think it's really like a boy girl thing. But
Yeah,
when you wash your hair, like you put soap in there or whatever, right? And then you rinse it
yeah.
out. Do you do it facing the shower nozzle and you just you like look down at the ground and let the soap run through your hair as it runs down, or do you turn around and tilt your head back and wash the soap out of your hair?
Head down.
That's how I am. But like Bree and like most girls, it seems like they turn around and let the soap run down the back of their head. Which I mean, they got a lot more hair than we do. But I don't know. That's just always weird to me. I can't do it. I tried it once while I was in the shower, and then my body got
I feel like I was gonna
exposed.
fall.
Yeah, and then your body gets like exposed to non-wetness in the shower, and it just feels weird.
Yeah,
Like that's the
yeah.
same thing. So here's another thing that me and Bree argue about all the time. Do you dry off in the shower, or do you step out and then dry off?
I step out.
See, that's how I am. Bree gets mad at me because she's like, you got a water puddle, which usually I throw a towel on the ground whenever I step onto it.
Oh, 100%. I'm like, it's gonna dry up.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bathroom for a reason. It's meant to get a little wet.
Like, there's a reason why there's no carpet in the bathroom.
Yes.
That is the reason.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I have someone else that has this problem.
Like I'll like get out of the shower and then I'll like and it's the footprints that really gets Megan, and then she'll go in there like brush her teeth or whatever. She's like, Hunter, come here right now. And I'll be like, what did I do? And she's like, just points at the ground. I'm like, oh my god, it's just water.
Yeah, it's clean. It's not like you got in there all muddy. Like you don't have muddy footprints everywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't. I
She's
don't know
like,
what it is. I cannot dry out, or I cannot dry off while in the shower, like the tub or whatever.
yeah. Like even so, like I live in this camper, right?
Uh huh.
Well, you know, it's a small, it's a small bathroom. I still step out of the shower to dry off,
Oh yeah.
dude. Because Megan doesn't travel with me, dude. I get water everywhere. I'm just like, this is nice.
Well, see, like even so, going into the camping thing, like even whenever, so I have a weird thing where, because I generally shower super hot, like steam filling up the whole bathroom type thing.
Yeah,
I can't dry off and get dressed in the bathroom. I know some people that take their clothes in there, everything, they shower, get out, dry off, and dress before they step out of the bathroom. I can't. Like, I don't care who you are. I will walk out with a towel around me and go to another room to dry off and get changed.
it depends where I am. So like if I'm at like Megan's parents' house, I'll bring my clothes in there and then I'll change in there. But like if I'm at my own house, oh, I just walk out. whether we have guests or not, I'm just walking out.
See, I still can't. Like even at Bree's house growing up, I'd get out of the shower and I'd come out and I'd walk into her room or Braden's room, and then change because I can't. It's because if I get dressed in the bathroom, I get too sweaty while I'm putting my clothes on.
Oh, especially down like in that Central Texas area where it's just humid.
Yeah,
You step out and you're already sweating again.
yeah. Well, going into the camping thing, what I was saying is like if I shower in the camper, the camper I can get out of the little bathroom, dry off, change, I'm all right. But like if I shower at one of the public showers, I kid you not, I
Yeah,
will shower and then walk out of that room because generally the ones we go to is just one room with the shower in it, and then you walk out the door and you're outside. I will walk
yeah,
outside and dry off and let the room dehumidify, or I'll just walk straight back to the camper in my towel before I get dressed.
yeah,
So that's I just that's my one pet. That's my one thing that I'll never change. A pet peeve is I cannot shower and then change in the bathroom. That
yeah.
I don't care. Luckily at her grandma's, it saves me from the awkwardness because her grandma, the shower and toilet is so you walk in the bathroom, there's the sink and all that, and then you continue to walk through that area, and there's another separate room for the shower. So
Yeah,
the way that her house is set up, I like because you can shower, step out, dry off a little bit, and then walk out of that room, and then you're in the like beauty room or whatever you want to call it, the like sink room with the mirror and everything, and it's a separate room before you come back out into the main house. So you don't.
yeah,
That's what I like about that. So then I basically have like a shower and then step in and change area. But so going into the camping thing, uh, for my overlanding setup, I'm gonna have one of those portable showers that you see, where it's like on a
like the
jerry can.
pop out shower, like the pop out shower where like it covers you.
Oh no, I don't care about that, dude. If I'm out somewhere overlanding, on like a beat off the trail type thing, I'll freaking shower butt naked out there. But
Oh,
my thing is like, I wonder what it's like to shower outside because like you're getting clean, but at the same time, I feel like it's gonna be a real like you're gonna what I mean, like you're gonna get clean, but you're gonna feel like you're not getting clean at the same time because you have like all the outside, you know, environment,
exposure.
yeah, exposure like
Yeah,
getting at you.
yeah.
But I'll tell you this: the best thing ever, my favorite part of camping, is a fresh shower after a busy day at the campsite, and then you lay down, and it's 60 to 70 degrees outside, and you drift off into your sleep. That right there is my favorite part of camping.
Yep. 100%.
Which I guess you're
I
technically
can agree with that.
you're technically kind of permanently camping right now for work.
I kind of. It's not the same. Like, I'm living in like a campground in a city, like a small town, so it's not really the same. But
Yeah, but I mean you're still getting that like you're not in a hotel.
oh yeah,
So wait, are you in a like one of those RV parks?
yeah, like a campground kind of area. Yeah,
Yeah, so you got a hookups and all that, like water and everything, and
yeah,
sewage.
yeah. Yep.
So, do you have to empty your sewage tank and all that before you leave, or does the guy who picks up the thing do it for you?
Oh, so usually the way that like the way that I've done it. So like, if I'm gonna be gone for like let's just say like 3 or 4 days, I'll usually empty all the tanks and unplug the water.
Yeah,
Just in case something happens. I don't unplug the power just because like, that's what the refrigerator runs off of. But um, any of the water hookups, I kind of keep. Uh, I kind of clean up a little bit and just make sure everything like because like the last thing I want to happen is like if I'm gone for 4 days, I don't want to come home to a flooded camper.
Or it smell like backed up sewage.
Oh yeah, I did
But
that.
so
Wait,
but y'all have like there's that park has like a designated place where you can hook up the hoses and dump, right? You're not just
oh yeah,
dumping it
yeah.
in the ground.
It's got like pipes in the ground and stuff that you can you just hook your tanks up to. So
At each spot, or is it like the
yeah,
one designated
each,
spot?
each spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dude, that used to be my least favorite part. My dad told me to go get the gray matter hose out of the camper.
black, black water.
Yeah, Blackwater. Uh,
Dude, what's even more fucked up though? So like the reason why they do it is to make sure like that you see that the water's clean,
mm-hmm,
but like the 90-degree pipe that goes straight like into the ground,
mm-hmm.
they're all fucking clear, so you see everything.
Yeah.
But it's fucking gross.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like,
I
oh my,
don't sit and stare at it, but
no, I don't either. But it's like I see what it looks like today, and then you peek, and you're like, okay, that's kind of gross, and then you go away. But
yeah.
then I don't know if like the older campers have them, but like the newer campers, they have like the black water or the black tank, like cleaner, and like it's literally just like a hose, and you hook it up to a different spout or a different intake on your camper, and it literally like it's like a pressure washer, and it cleans everything on the inside.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, ours don't have that.
I'm pretty sure this one's like oh, God, what is it like? Um, like those garden sprayers that it's like you can like set it up on like the garden hose and it follows the hose until a certain point, then it stops and it spins from like the water pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a sprinkler. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. Um, God, what do they call it? It's like
Describe it again.
it's like a so it has like wheels on it, and
Oh,
then
and
you
it
hook
and
it up to
it, it holds the hose.
and it holds the hose, and then it moves with the water pressure, and then it spins the top sprinkler.
Oh,
Right?
never mind. I'm thinking of something totally different.
I found a picture of it. I don't know exactly what it's called. I just remember calling it like a train or something like that.
Oh,
Uh, the,
wait. Are you talking about for a water hose, or are you talking about for sewage?
hold on. I'm trying to describe it to you.
Because we have like one of those tractors. You would set it on
Yeah,
the hose.
yeah, it's called a tractor. I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah.
So I think what's on the inside of that, it's just turned upside down from the picture that I sent you, but it's like a power washer,
Mm-hmm.
and it just spins.
Yeah.
I think that's what is in
Those
that,
tank.
so you can clean all the sides and everything out.
Yeah. Dude,
Pretty sure that's what it is.
my grandpa used to have one of those, and then it got ran over by one of the trucks in the yard. We used to
Oh
have one
yeah,
here at the house too, dude. Those things were amazing growing up. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, nostalgia. $85 for those? Holy cow!
It's just from Amazon. You can get an Ace Hardware for 70. Everything's gotten expensive now, so I don't even.
Dude, yes, I remember. For all you country boys out there, I remember when a bag of Southern Pride or Levi Garrett, like chewing tobacco, used to be like $7. Now it's the other day I saw a bag. It's like $14 to $15.
Hmm. Damn.
Yeah, we're getting those Yankee prices because I always heard that like up north they'd have those kind of prices, which now they're even more than what we have to pay.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
like being around like construction guys and all that, they're always talking about like chewing and shit. Which I've done it in the past. I don't normally do it anymore unless like I'm really really stressed out.
Yeah.
But um, we're in Colorado right now and they have a really high tax. Somebody said that what was it, like Copenhagen original long cut, the gold top can.
Yeah.
They said that it was like $13 at the gas station that they
Jesus.
went to. And I was like, dude, honestly, you're close enough to Kansas. You can probably just drive to Kansas and get
I
some
would just
stuff.
buy the shit online and have it ordered at that point.
Well, if you buy it online, you still get the tax because that's where it's getting delivered.
Yeah, 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 that's
But
true.
he's from Texas, so I'm like, dude, just go home and just bring back like 4 rolls.
Yeah, that's like 2 weeks worth
You know,
of snuff.
yeah, it's like all like these old timey guys that were like in the oil fields forever, so that they've been doing it since they were 12 years old. You think I'm joking, Doc? Heck no.
Nah, I believe you.
There's a lot of interesting people that I work with, so
Mm.
from all over the country too, which is pretty fun. But what's kind of messed up though? All the northern states give Texas a lot of shit. And they're
Yeah,
like, all y'all do is talk about Texas, and I was like, at least we have some goddamn state pride.
yeah. I mean, it's mainly a jealousy thing. I feel like, or they're tired of
I
hearing
don't
us talk
think,
about it. But I mean, if you think
yeah,
about it,
and like,
like almost everything's cheaper down here. We don't have as much taxes as they do up there.
we don't have any state income
Yeah,
tax.
we don't have state income tax, but I'm saying like, and then our taxes on other stuff is generally cheaper.
Yeah.
Gas is
Oh
cheaper.
yeah.
Everything's cheaper down here.
Well, one of the guys I work with, he went to the university somewhere in Wisconsin. I don't know if he went to the major one. I think he went to the big one. But I was talking to him yesterday, and I was like, we were talking about like different schools and stuff because like we're getting into like long range ballistics a lot, and we were watching a lot of the Hornady podcasts, and like we discuss them.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, I really wish that I would have like enjoyed like the physics classes and stuff more, and like actually appreciated them. And I was like, yeah, I felt the kind of the same way because I only took a couple of them as like prerequisites for college,
Yeah.
and I didn't really appreciate like the actual science and all the math behind all that kind of stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, you get that at them tech schools because I went to Texas Tech, like technical schools,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, bud, you better watch your fucking mouth. But I knew he was joking, so. But he said that's his favorite joke to play with people from Tech.
Where did he go?
So he went somewhere up in Wisconsin.
Mm.
I don't know if he went to the big one with the Badgers or if he went to like a small one. So.
Yeah.
Oh, but he did say one thing though. A&M fans are the worst.
Oh, for sure, dude. I was talking to someone the other day about it, and I was like, A&M fans though, it's like a cult.
Oh, 100%.
Like your Baylor fans, they're generally it's more of a name brand thing. It's like the people who buy.
Same thing with like UT in Oklahoma. You know.
What's wrong with UT? Other than it's the greatest
What do you
school
mean?
in the Texas.
UT?
Yeah,
You're smoking. What are you smoking right now?
dude, I love UT. What's wrong with UT?
No, I'm just talking about like the students there. Like they're just different.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not really like UT fan for the students. I just like UT because of Mac Brown and all that back in the day. But
Yeah, that was a different time for UT though. It's a lot different now than when that was.
yeah, UT. I haven't really paid attention to their students actually, but yeah, like yeah, Baylor. It's like, the people who have to have name brand stuff. You know,
I like having name brand stuff.
no, 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 no. I'm talking about the people that have to have name brand stuff and brag about it. Like,
Oh,
say you have a Dr. B in your fridge. They're like, oh, all I drink is Dr. Pepper, or all I drink is Coke. I don't drink Pepsi, or which I mean Pepsi's a name brand,
hey,
but like Coke is the more bigger thing.
hey. Honestly though, unpopular opinion. I like Pepsi more than Coke.
No, I do too. But you get what I'm saying?
which is No, I know what you're saying.
They gotta have
Like,
name brand shit, like all the name brand, like Louis Vuitton, Oakley glasses or nothing. Which I mean, I like Oakleys. I'm not hating on them, but they won't
it's
get
like Arctic versus Yeti.
yeah same shit. It's just different brand.
Yeah,
That's how I see Baylor people, and then A&M people are like
Aggie or die.
yeah, like it's a cult, dude. Like they all, which I give it to them, they all stick together or whatever. But it's crazy though to think how some people get so caught up in the school thing. It's like yeah, I get it, but you're also paying 40 to 50,000, you know, to be there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think of a like. Yeah, I enjoyed my time at Texas Tech. I bet you enjoyed yours at Tarleton for a little bit.
I
Did you
never,
ever?
no, I've never been to the campus, other than other than graduation.
I thought you went for a semester or two.
That was the MCC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, like I enjoyed my time, but like I'm not trying to brag of where I went to school. It's not that it's not a terrible school to go to, but yeah, I just enjoyed my time there. I wish I could go back. I wish I could redo a lot of things that I did there, like what major and stuff that I went with. But
yeah.
that's neither, that's neither here nor there. So
I mean, I'm like most people. Like, I wish I had that. Like, I could have like a month of that college experience of like living in the dorm with some buddies and stuff. But at the same time, I'm happy I didn't, just because.
you saved a fuck ton of money, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like a university is only good if you have a job that requires a certain degree that university is good at getting. Like, for
Yeah,
instance, you know, Texas Tech is
engineering.
Texas Tech is a relatively pretty good school for like the windmill engineering stuff and all that.
Yeah, and there's also petroleum engineering.
Yeah,
Um, Well, because Midland, Odessa is like right down the road, so that's exactly where those students go right after they graduate.
but
Either
like
there or Houston.
if you go to like Tech for a business degree or a general studies degree, I feel like you're wasting your money, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it depends what kind of business degree though.
I'm talking
Like
about
there's
like
like
your
international.
basic. I'm talking about like your basic
Oh,
business degree that some of the kids we went like. So you like like people like the big thing in Baylor is like half the people that go to Baylor have they just go there for like a general studies or business, just like
yeah,
a generic business degree, and it's like, you could go right down the road to MCC, get the same degree for a third of the cost.
it's the name though.
Yeah,
Like if somebody was hiring and like let's just say like theoretically in this example, there's a student from MCC that has like a 3.5 overall GPA, and then there's a student from Baylor that has a 3.5 GPA. They're gonna choose the student from Baylor most likely.
well, see, that's what I'm talking about though. So like most jobs don't care where you went to school; they just care you got a degree or whatever. They care about the degree. But if it is a job that does look at the school you went to, then that's when I would say, if that's a job you want, then yeah, that's when I'd say focus on what school you go to. But
Yeah,
like some jobs, they just need you to have a bachelor's or associate's in whatever degree. They don't care where from. They just want you to have the basic backgrounds of it.
yeah,
That
and they're gonna start you at minimum wage.
yeah, exactly.
But that's just the way the world. Like, have you seen all those memes? Dude, we've gone way off of camping at this point. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah.
But we have you seen like those memes? Or I guess they're not memes, like they're actual like job placement stuff, but it's like requirements, minimum 10 years in the field, master's degree, blah blah blah, starting wage $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's just who would want to go into a field like that?
Well, the memes I've been seeing lately is like this guy's like the one I saw the other day. He's like, yeah, I've been I've been driving forklift for 15 years. I can weld under the sun, under the water, whatever. You know, I can weld everything you ask me to. I know how to put a motor together blindfolded with one arm. And then the guy's like, "Oh, sweet! Like that's we're really looking for all that kind of experience. Like that's what we need really bad right now." And then they go, "What degree do you have?" And he's like, "Oh, I started straight out of high school." And like, and then it'll skip over and it's like some dude, and he's like, "Hi, how are you?" And they're like, "What experience do you have?" And he's like, "None." And they're like, "What degree do you have?" And he's like, "I got a bachelor's in mechanical engineering." And they're like, "We'll hire you." And then the other guy that has all the experience, he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, exactly, dude.
That's how a lot of places are, and it's annoying. Like some dude will come in there with zero experience, get the job, and make more money than you. And
Yeah,
you've got all the experience in it, which I don't know. Some jobs I understand the degree over the experience, I guess,
yeah,
but majority of the time, experience outweighs the degree. Because I mean, in a way, it's the same thing, except for the experience is more hands on. Like, yeah, you're not gonna know all the like textbook technical stuff that the degree will give you, but you're gonna know
yeah,
the real life situational stuff.
yeah. So I saw a thing about that, um, where it was like it was another podcast. I just saw like a clip of it on either TikTok or Instagram. But they were it was an interview with some business owner, and this guy asked her, and um uh he was like, so if you had to choose between this person, they're 22 years old, they have some experience in the same field, or you're gonna choose, or there's another applicant from a college applying for the same position, which one are you choosing?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Oh, I'd go for the experience." And he's like, "That's where you're wrong, where your business is gonna fail." And I was like, "I do what?"
No, keep talking.
Oh, and he was going on, and he was saying something along the lines of like, "Well, here's the thing about a student um, that graduated from college. Um, they proved that they can finish something, but somebody with experience hasn't proved it.
Yeah, I get
You
that.
know,
Yeah, because like
and
the degree proves that you can dedicate yourself to something for a long period of time and accomplish it.
yeah,
But then again, I also know how I was in school and how a lot of people are in school. You know,
yeah, yeah.
like
I, but also there's like you can go to like tech school and get a really good degree in like some sort of technical field, whether it be like like an electrician or something like that, and you can make a freaking killing. But
oh yeah.
that's still some sort of education outside of high school.
If I could do it all over again and go back, I would have just gone to a trade school or a technical school, like a 2 year school.
Yeah,
Because I mean, like majority of your technical or 2 year schools, you'll make buku money compared to what you'd make with like a 4 year school degree or whatever.
yeah. And it obviously depends what degree you get from a 4 year. Like,
Yeah,
if you go into like a STEM major, whether it be like engineering of some sort or some sort of physics or chemistry, anything like that, usually you're going to make a lot of money if you know how to expose yourself out to and be different than other people, right?
yeah,
Like it's one thing from being smart, but it's another thing when you have to be working with people that you're going to be working with for a while, and you have to explain different things to different people. So
yeah.
um, so but
Mm-mm-mm.
then you go to like like a basic business, like a 4 year business degree, and then you go into sales or something, and you're living like, not, and obviously you can be really good in sales, like you make really good money, but you got to know what the hell you're doing. So
Yeah, college is a weird thing, especially now. It seems like, you have that guy G or whatever his name is. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? That influencer that screams into the mic all the time, where he's like,
Yeah.
"Hi, bitch voice." Like they say now, especially nowadays, like going to college is not really worth it anymore for kids because you go to college to get a job you want, and basically you're getting that job to pay off student loans for the rest of your life.
But that's also people that are not smart with money, like with your first big boy job and you get that first big paycheck. You got to be smart with your money, right? You can't
Yeah,
just
but you think
you
about
always,
it, like doctors, they go to school all those years to get doctorate degrees or whatever. Even the
yeah.
doctors that are smart with their money, they're still spending a majority of their life paying off that those degrees.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But
And
it just depends what field that you want to get into it
yeah,
if you're so like, you know, a business major might take a little bit longer just cuz they're not getting as paid as much as like an engineer, for
yeah,
example.
yeah, it's crazy.
Off on a tangent. Shit.
Well,
All right.
I think that's a good spot to stop for the camping stuff and this podcast.
What the 15 minutes we talked about it?
It's still pretty. I mean, we still talked about camping stuff. We just kind of got off stuff at the end, but it was enjoyable. Some good
Yeah.
conversation.
Remember to cut that stuff out from the whenever you had to take that phone call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But until next time, boys and girls, stay active.
You did that wrong.
Oh wait, I did do it wrong. It didn't. It felt weird saying it. What
I
is
know. I
it?
was like, what? I was like, stay safe.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Until next time, boys and girls, stay safe
Stay active.
and enjoy the outdoors.